In the far space, a big space war is going on in which freedom fighters are battling a mean ruler's stronghold. At the center of this fight is a famous human hero named Robert. He is a sign of hope for all who want to be free from being controlled. During a big fight with the mean space emperor's powerful ships, Robert leads them to fight hard, with the sound of metal and energy guns filling the space. But even with their great fighting skills, Robert gets caught in the Emperor's plan and taken prisoner in a way that could put out the light of freedom. In the enemy's base, the brave human is put through tough questioning and mean mind games meant to break their strong spirit. The Emperor's sneaky agents try every trick to crush the hero's will. The interrogator asked, "Why keep fighting? Your loyalty just makes things worse for your people. Why hurt yourself like this?" Warrior: "I'm loyal through and through. I get my strength from my people's toughness. You don't know how determined we are." Interrogator: "Being stubborn doesn't help. We can break anyone's will. Think about the lives you could save if you work with us." Warrior: "I've seen the unbeatable spirit of humans. It's a power that you can't put out, no matter how tough things get. They want to know about human tech, battle plans, and where the rebels hide. The guards mix threats and fake friendliness to try to get important secrets. Sometimes, the guards act like friends to trick the hero into feeling safe. Then suddenly they start asking hard questions again. They play tricks like changing the lights and sounds in the room, and showing fake images to confuse and scare the hero. They also don't let the hero sleep and leave them alone to make them feel weak. But he keeps quiet and doesn't tell them anything, which makes the guards respect them even though they're annoyed. Even though he looks tough, the warrior fights with sad memories of friends lost and worries about their people. Tired body. The long questioning makes the warrior very tired, testing his ability to stay sharp and strong. Feeling alone and unsure, being locked up, and not knowing what's happening to his friends outside makes the warrior feel alone and unsure, which is hard on his hope and reason to keep fighting. In the mean, the Emperor gives an ultimatum. You're on the edge of being forgotten, where standing up for yourself is just a short moment before you're wiped out. Bow down to me, promise your full loyalty, and save your people from the dark fate that awaits those who don't listen. Fighting back only makes your people's pain last longer. Think carefully, because the outcome of your fight will be remembered as proof of your mistake." This warning is clear and final, hinting at serious consequences for anyone brave enough to go against the Emperor's rule. It's a strong reminder of the Emperor's strict ways and the harsh actions he's ready to take to make sure everyone follows his orders. The Emperor was born on a poor and troubled planet. He always wanted to rule and control everything. He cleverly got rid of anyone in his way and became the leader of a huge empire. As a ruler, he was very strict and made people afraid. If anyone disagreed with him, they were punished or sent away. Everyone was scared to speak against him. It caused panic among prisoners, and they became hopeless. In this hopeless situation, Robert's heart lights up with hope when he finds out there's a secret group fighting back inside the enemy's base. He hears about brave people who won't kneel to the cruel space emperor. Now that he knows he's not alone in wanting to be free, and that others are just as determined to stand up to the bad guys, he has a new reason to keep going. Robert teams up with another prisoner who wants to be free too, and they come up with a bold plan to escape that could really shake up the Emperor's power. Robert and his newfound ally meticulously plan their daring escape from the alien stronghold. Robert and his ally gather crucial intelligence about the alien stronghold, including guard patrols, security checkpoints, surveillance blind spots, and potential escape routes. They discreetly observe the routines of the guards and analyze the facility's security systems. They identify trustworthy allies among the other captives who are willing to assist in the escape plan. These allies include individuals with technical skills, knowledge of hidden passages, or access to restricted areas within the stronghold. To distract the guards and create opportunities for escape, Robert and his ally orchestrate carefully timed diversions. This involves causing minor disruptions, such as power outages or false alarms, To draw attention away from their actual escape route, they manufacture necessary tools and equipment for the escape, such as improvised lockpicks, cutting tools, disguise materials, and communication devices to coordinate their movements. Using their gathered intelligence, Robert and his ally map out multiple escape routes, both primary and contingency plans, to adapt to changing circumstances or unforeseen obstacles during the escape. They synchronize their escape plan with favorable conditions, such as shift changes among the guards, periods of reduced surveillance, or moments of distraction within the stronghold. With everything in place, Robert and his ally execute their escape plan with precision and speed. They move swiftly through the predetermined escape route, overcoming obstacles, disabling security measures, and avoiding detection as much as possible. As they navigate through the stronghold, they encounter challenges such as locked doors, guarded checkpoints, and unexpected patrols. They rely on their skills, quick thinking, and teamwork to overcome these obstacles without alerting the guards. At strategic points in their escape, Robert and his ally use disguises and deception to blend in with the alien personnel or disguise their identities, making it harder for the guards to recognize them as escaped prisoners. Finally, after a series of tense moments and close calls, Robert and his ally reach the designated extraction point or rendezvous location where their sympathetic allies await transportation or assistance to help them escape the alien stronghold. Their brave getaway starts a huge uprising all over the stars. The news of their fight spreads fast, giving hope and pushing other groups to stand up to the Emperor's tough rule. As Robert and his friends get out of prison, they start a new time of fighting back and winning freedom. This big change in the space war makes Robert a symbol of hope and a leader for everyone who wants to be free. Now, the big final battle is the high point of Robert's adventure. He is ready to fight against the cruel Emperor. He leads the united rebel forces into an important fight against the evil alien Emperor. This huge battle will decide what happens to many lives in the galaxy. Robert, soldiers, today we face our greatest challenge yet. But remember, it's not just about defeating the enemy. It's about standing up for what's right, for freedom, for every world oppressed by tyranny. Are you with me? As the fight starts, Robert shows he's a smart leader and good at planning. He guides the rebels well, finds the weak spots in the Emperor's defense, and encourages his friends with his strong leadership. Even though the Emperor's army is very strong, Robert doesn't give up on winning. He analyzes. The bad guys are all facing forward, so their sides are not protected. Robert plans a surprise attack on these open sides. Robert, Alpha Team, on my mark, execute maneuver Echo 6. Bravo Team, provide cover fire on the left flank. Charlie Team, maintain pressure on their front lines. Go. This attack works well and breaks the enemy's line, which helps Robert's team get inside and mess up the enemy's plans. In the middle of the fight, Robert listens to the enemy's messages and finds out they all wait for orders from one place. He stops these messages, so the enemy gets confused and can't work together well. This makes the enemy slow and not ready for changes, which is good for Robert's team. Robert's spies find out where the enemy gets their supplies from. He attacks these places so the enemy runs out of important things like bullets, fuel, and backup soldiers. This makes the enemy weaker and less able to keep fighting for a long time. Robert also finds out that not all the bad guys agree with each other. He makes this worse by getting some of them to leave or fight against their own team. This makes the enemy's team fall apart and makes it harder for them to follow orders, which helps Robert's team win. The resistance forces suffer 30% casualties as they engage in intense combat against the Emperor's well-equipped army. Brave soldiers who fought with valor and determination fall in battle, their sacrifices a testament to the high stakes of the conflict. The loss of lives weighs heavily on Robert and his troops, as they mourn the fallen comrades and friends who gave their all for the cause of freedom. Beyond the human cost, the resistance also faces logistical challenges and resource depletion. The prolonged conflict strains their supplies, infrastructure, and morale, adding to the challenges of sustaining the fight against a powerful adversary. The alien emperor's army, despite its initial advantage in numbers and technology, also suffers losses during the intense battle. Robert's strategic maneuvers and tactical brilliance inflict significant damage on the enemy forces, disrupting their formations and weakening their resolve. The Emperor's forces experience internal conflicts and dissent as the tide of battle turns against them. Some alien soldiers question the morality of their cause, while others struggle with doubts and fears amid the escalating chaos of war. The loss of key strategic positions, advanced weaponry, and logistical support further undermines the Emperor's grip on power, eroding the aura of invincibility that once surrounded his regime. Ultimately, the defeat of the alien emperor marked the dawn of a new era characterized by freedom, liberation, and renewed hope. The Resistance's resilience, courage, and sacrifice were instrumental in achieving this outcome, showcasing the spirit of humanity in the face of overwhelming odds. As a result, the bad emperor was caught and put on trial. He had to answer for his bad actions, like being a tyrant and hurting many people during his time in power. The trial showed he did many terrible things, and people who were hurt told their stories. The court decided he should be in jail forever. This made the victims feel like they got justice. During the trial, people learned more bad things about the emperor and his closest supporters. This caused even more problems for them, and it showed how corrupt they were. Even though the emperor was gone, the bad things he did still affected people. The free planets and leaders worked hard to heal these wounds and make sure no one would be that cruel again. In the end, the story of the emperor became a lesson for everyone. It showed how dangerous it can be when one person has too much power. People studied this to learn from it and stop it from happening again. The free planets start to fix and build things like roads, hospitals, and schools. Friends from other places send help and things they need to make everything better. After the war, they have trials for the leaders who did terrible things during the emperor's time. They want to make things right for the people who were hurt. They try to fix the bad feelings between groups that didn't get along before. They talk about what happened and try to understand each other to live peacefully. With the emperor gone, new leaders come up and make new friendships based on being kind and working together for a calm galaxy. As time goes by, the galaxy becomes a peaceful place. The free planets work together and respect each other. The fear of bad rulers goes away, and everyone looks forward to a fair and happy future. Robert feels sad but also proud as he looks at the place where the battle happened. He remembers his brave friends who died fighting for freedom. The big change started by the revolution spread far, giving hope to many. People who were once controlled by others are now inspired to be free because of Robert and his friends' bravery. The whole galaxy is changing. People are breaking free from being ruled over harshly. Those who were once scared and under control are now free and respected. Robert's hard journey shows how strong people can be. His leadership and the things he gave up help make a future where everyone is free and the sounds of war turn into music of freedom. Subscribe for more stories. Comment down your suggestions that will help a lot to improve the content.